Welcome to the 8th video of the linear momentum. It is this session 13. So in this we know the concept of conservation of linear momentum in the case of variable mass situation, the single stage rocket. So we will derive the expression for the final velocity of the rocket by neglecting the weight of the rocket, that is the gravitational pull is neglected. Now let's see the conservation of linear momentum in the case of a variable mass situation, the variable mass. ಈಗ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವೇರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್. ದಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ, ಲೀಕಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಲನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಮರಳನ್ನೋದು ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಕಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಂಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಳೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೀಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ನೀರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ 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 ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೈನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತ ಭೂಮಿ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಮಾಸ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, one is the leaky sand bag, where sand will be leaking and then the mass of the sand bag will be decreasing, and then we can see the cart on which the rain is falling, and the rocket whose mass will be decreasing, and the raindrop whose mass is increasing as it comes to the earth. So if the mass of the system is decreasing with time, so it is the time, and it is represented as dm by dt, variation of mass with time, into relative velocity, that is the velocity of the exhaust what it is coming with, and with what velocity the exhaust is coming, that much velocity it gets. So that's what is called the thrust of the rocket. So when the rocket is started, engine starts burning the fuel, and then the hot gases keep on escaping, thereby continuously decreasing the mass of the rocket. So it works on the principle that the momentum of the jet is equal to the momentum of the rocket. So here capital M is the mass of the rocket at any instant of time, capital V is the velocity of the rocket at any instant of time, and then alpha is the rate of change of mass of the rocket due to escape of hot gases, and small v is the exhaust velocity. So the velocity of the jet in the lap frame is capital V minus small v. Here v is the velocity of the rocket and small v is the velocity of the exhaust. The rate of change of momentum of the jet. So here capital V minus small v is the velocity of the jet in the lap frame. The rate of change of momentum of the jet, that is the force acting on the rocket, is given by dm by dt into capital V minus small v. So here it is the rate of change of mass into the velocity of the jet. It is the momentum of the rocket. So the neglecting the weight, that is the acceleration due to gravity. So on neglecting the gravitational pull, this is what is the total force acting on the rocket. By neglecting the weight, this is the rate of change of momentum of the jet is equal to the rate of change of momentum of the rocket. Now on solving this equation, just rewrite this equation and then differentiate this equation. So on differentiating this with respect to time, you would get dm by dt into v, m into dv by dt. So you cancel the terms on both sides, dm by dt into v, dm by dt into v cancelled, and we would get this is mass into the acceleration, that is the force on the left hand side, and then minus dm by dt. So this is what is the thrust acting on the rocket at any instant of time. So you can see the diagram of the rocket where it is v is the velocity of the rocket at any instant, and capital M is the mass of the rocket, minus dm, that is the decreasing mass by the burning of exhaust, and v is the velocity of the exhaust or relative velocity. So here the mass is decreasing. So on rewriting this term, let's take the equation 2 and then rewriting that one and integrating this with respect to time from the limits of the velocity, initial velocity v naught to final velocity v and initial mass m naught to m, we would get capital V is equal to v naught plus small v into log m naught by m. So this is the expression for the velocity of the rocket. Here we can take the m in terms of initial mass. M is the mass of the rocket at any instant is equal to m naught initial mass into dm by dt into t. Here alpha is dm by dt. So we can write this term alpha by m naught as beta, that is the rate of change of mass in terms of initial mass, and then we can write m is equal to m naught into 1 minus beta t. So we can write m is equal to m naught into 1 minus beta t. V minus v naught is equal to, that is this term becomes, this equation becomes v minus v naught is equal to v log e m naught by m naught into 1 minus beta t. So m naught get cancelled, 1 by beta 1, this term we are getting the inverse, and then rewriting this equation that goes up, and rewriting this equation we would get v is equal to v naught minus v log e into 1 minus beta t. So this is the velocity of the rocket at any instant of time in terms of beta.